Konnichiwa, Minisan.
Hello, and welcome to Famicast 286, your Famicast for the early part of February 2025. I'm your host, Danny, and right now I'm joined by JC.
Hey. Happy Valentine's Day? Question mark? No, not yet.
Yeah, we're about a week away, so yeah.
It's a very special episode today, Danny.
Is it?
It's Fami-Quiz.
Oh, yeah, we got that.
It's been a while.
Yeah. We haven't had a quiz for a long time, so that's going to make a return today. We got some pretty cool games to talk about as well. Ty will be joining us here a little bit shortly, so look forward.
Never heard of him.
Right, exactly. And yeah, I think it's going to, even with just that stuff, and we have some feedback from you guys too, it's going to be a pretty packed show. So let's go ahead and just jump right in. And actually, JC, would you mind?
Ridge Racer.
That's right.
So yeah, I'm going to talk about Perfect Dark.
Yes.
Yeah. Ridge Racer 64 was announced and released just suddenly, like with no fanfare at all. Just like boom, it's on. I think, was that the only one like on that day? Was it that? But yeah, in Japan it was different, right?
Right. So for English-speaking audiences, it was Ridge Racer 64. For Japan, it was Turok 1 and Turok 2, aka Turok Violence Killer.
Right.
Yeah. So I mean, it is what it is. Those remasters that Night Dive Studios did years ago are so much better. So I don't even know if it's worth playing it on this.
Well, yeah. But yeah, then you'd have to pay for those, right?
Well, yeah, they're pretty cheap these days, but they're very good. But
all right, take your word for it, mate. So yeah, this is one of those weird things. Like we were talking about this, like in the Discord, but like Ridge Racer 64. Not only is it not on the NSO service in Japan, it wasn't even released in Japan. It wasn't even made by Japanese people. Well, maybe partially.
Right.
This is an NST game, so it's like literally. Would you call that a second party or no, first party?
Good point. I'm not sure what they would have been classified as. I mean, Nintendo Software Technology is what it stood for. Yeah. So I mean, maybe first party then.
So they made Wave Race and things like that, and Excite Bike, that kind of stuff.
Okay. I'm trying to remember. It's been
I think so long. Yeah.
Yeah, they did a bunch of stuff on DS2. I thought they did. Gosh, I mean, I think they're defunct now, but they did do quite a bit of stuff for Nintendo around this time period.
Yeah, like kind of Western tinged things, but but were they based in Japan or America?
No, in America,
right? Yeah. That's what's on. So yeah, this was made in America with a Japanese license for a Japanese video game console and not sold in Japan. You do the math. It doesn't make any sense. But it was cool because I actually had this game back in the day. So
really?
I had a lot of racing games for the for the N64, like probably all of the good ones. The Top Gear Racing,
World Driving Championship.
World Driving Championship was probably the best. That was really incredible. I think I had two of those actually. They did two. There's 1 and 2, and they had really amazing for the time, like car damage and engine damage and all that kind of stuff. This is very much like just a straight up arcade game,
right?
So physics rip, like you are not welcome here. Realistic physics and actual drifting mechanics have been removed and replaced with I don't know how to describe it actually. It's kind of, I mean, you can how you initiate the power slide, for example, you tap the brake and you slam it to the right or whatever, and then you turn the stick in the other direction when you want to balance it out, right? Mm-hmm. But the weird thing is, once you're in a drift, you kind of get magnetized to this invisible like path in the middle of the track,
Hmm.
and you just kind of glide along it. It's really, really weird. And it's like, if you're not used to it and you don't really know like how to play the game, like you might think it doesn't have like a proper like power drifting thing.
Yeah.
It's like how do you do it? Like it's weird. You just bang into the walls, but like no, you just trust it and it just like go with it. You can actually do. There is, if I haven't actually unlocked a car that goes that fast enough, but like I remember, you can actually just spin the car literally 360 degrees around the opposite direction, and you'll still go the right way.
Wow.
And still like, yeah, just follow the track along. It's really, really weird, but it's kind of like cool and kind of fun. It's like just kind of ignore real world physics, ignore real life, and just kind of go with it. And it's really, really fun. The unlock structure for this game is kind of different from usual, I would say, like a little bit harsh. Like in a normal racing game, you would select, whatever the beginner cup, and you would drive 4 races, and then, if you got like, first place or whatever, you would unlock something and then unlock the next cup, right? This is not like that. So like Grand Prix, like when you go to Grand Prix, you select an track. Raise that track, and if you get less than first place, it's like, do you want to retry?
Yeah,
because what you just did doesn't mean shit, man. Like you suck. You got second place. Fuck you. I think it'll record like first, second, and third. It'll at least put like the number on it. It'll say like you got third, but like
if you get 5th or 4th,
it's like if you get less than third, you might as well just restart. Like you've achieved nothing.
Sure.
So yeah, let's say you get first place, and then you get a gold cup, and then nothing happens. But like then you can the first 3 tracks are unlocked right from the start. So nothing happens if you beat the first one. Nothing happens when you beat the second one. Third one, you get 3 golds, like go first place in the first 3 tracks. Then something happens. Then the next 3 unlock, and the this thing called the car. Whoa, what the hell is it called? It's like the car unlock mode. It's kind of grayed out when you first start.
Okay.
Car attack. I think it's called car attack.
Okay.
Yeah. So you unlock car attack, and that's where you can win the cars that you've kind of earn the right to unlock it.
Sure. So, kind of like Smash Brothers. I mean, like Ultimate.
Well, yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, you're right actually, because it'll say like, here comes a new challenger, and then you fight it, and if you beat them, you win that. You get that character unlocked, right? Yeah. So you're right. Yeah, it is exactly like that. So yeah, I just beat the first. Well, I don't know if I want to call it cup, but like the first three races, I got golds on all of them, and then I unlocked the ability to unlock the first 3 unlockable cars, and I just got the first one, which is I think they're all kind of Namco themed, in case you didn't know. So it's all like Pack Racer 5000 and like Gallagher RX4 and that kind of stuff.
Right.
Like they have lots of kind of fun unlockable, like kind of Namco vibing stuff, which is really cool. Yeah. So yeah, I just unlocked the first the pink one. I forgot what it is. I don't think it's Pac-Man. I can't remember. Maybe Gallagher.
Pac-Man's already available from the start. If
you're
watching the video version, you could. Yeah, it was in there. I was kind of messing around with the colors and stuff.
Right. Yeah. So that white and blue one that in the replay that we're watching now, that's the one I used to kind of win the first 3 cups. Yeah, it's a good balance of like high speed and kind of maneuverability controls. So recommended.
Man, okay. I will say sometimes when you're trying to like pass people, or like, man, here's a spot where I can drive in between 2 cars, and like it looks like you literally hit nothing, and then you somehow hit them. Or if you're coming up on the side of them and they somehow clip you, you're just automatically behind them. I was like, what the hell?
Oh yeah, I was going to move on to that actually. Yeah, the hitboxes for this game, I mean, it's like a tank is an invisible tank surrounds all the cars. Mm-hmm. And not only that, but like if you hit the car from behind, you slow down.
Yeah.
And they go immediately, like 400 meters ahead of you. And it's like, you have to get back up to full speed and try and overtake them. So you have to go really far around them to overtake. It's kind of a little bit more forgiving if you're in a drift. Like I think you don't lose that as much speed, but like yeah, it's still you can't hit other cars. This is not a game where you can just smash into someone and then kind of glide around the corner while grinding into the side of someone. Doesn't work.
Not Gran Turismo then, huh?
Well,
well, in the older ones, you can literally, if you're like, when you're playing like 2-player and you're playing with somebody else that has a really good car and you have a really good car, it's just a matter of who can kind of squeeze out the other person when you're like going around curves and stuff.
Exactly.
And actually, before we move on, James, Ty's here too.
Yep.
Namaste.
Damn, we just unlocked a new character.
Wow.
Yes.
Do we have to
Here comes
defeat
Daredevil.
Yes.
Do we have to beat Ty to unlock him for the rest of the show?
You do.
Or...
Literally just beat him with an old sock. It's fine. Filled with quarters.
Right.
Ty, do you have any experience with Ridge Racer of any form?
Not really. Just like, from time to time, maybe I've like slapped a quarter in the machine or something.
Oh yeah. Okay, arcade. Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's a great arcade game. It's always you always get a nice cabinet, don't you?
Yeah, true story.
So yeah, it's very arcadey. But yeah, it's weird. Like when you're trying to overtake people, it is almost like I get this vibe. It's like each person you're trying to overtake is kind of like the next boss in the stage. It's like, okay, I'm now in 6th place and I need to get in front of the guy in 5th place. And like, if you do manage to get around him, then he's kind of gone forever. And it's like, you then are chasing the guy in 4th place. You know what I mean? But like, until you pass them, like they will always be way, way ahead of you. Like you have to kind of, at least do 3 or 4 skillful drifts and go top speed. And then the game kind of allows you to pass the next car. And then once you do, then it's like the next one. It's really weird. It's like
I saw some of the collisions in this video we're watching, and like you bumped a guy when you were like half a meter away from him. It was pretty good.
Oh yeah.
I can feel those collision boxes just like watching this. It's wild.
Yeah. It kind of took me for a loop. I mean, it just kind of happened.
Yeah, like right there. You weren't even close to him.
Right.
Yeah, it's pretty horrific. But like I said, once you get past them, he's kind of like you're golden. It's like they will probably not be able to pass you as long as you don't do something really ridiculous.
Right. Like, I did kind of find that too. I mean,
yeah. Yeah, and it's kind of like that last guy, and then the announcers are pretty cool actually. Like he'll say, like second rate, it's the second lap,
right.
And then when you're in the last stretch, it's like you're almost there. There's a little bit of flavor to the commentary. It's not just lap 1, lap 2. It's a little bit more than that.
When I heard him say that, I was thinking like, I'm in 6th place right now, idiot. There is no way I'm getting first. I can't even see where they are.
You can do it.
Like, no,
yeah, and if you get anything less than 3rd, it's like you can do better than that.
Like
Actually, no, I think it says that even if you get 2nd.
Really?
Yeah, even if you get 2nd, it's like you suck, man. Just do it again. It's like not quite, but it's like that. By the way, something I remembered from back in the day, like you can turn on those cool trails, the light trails. You can turn them on and off on the replays. I think it's one of the C buttons.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really cool. Like they have a really cool really cool effect. Like there's some blurring going on and some kind of like motion blur. I mean, like purposeful motion blur, not like N64.
Yeah. Right.
Like every other N64 game has blur, not like that. So I mean, back in the day I unlocked everything, and it's like you do this. Like I said, the unlock structure is quite unusual for a racing game. Like it's not what you expect. Like I remember you even have to actually do time trials to unlock some cars. Like you have to beat like the whatever the staff times. In time trial, you have to beat those to unlock some of the better cars. So it really does kind of like, well, I think it's kind of typical of the era, especially on like PlayStation, where it's like, we've got these amazing tracks. We've got 3, and we're going to make you go around it like twice. We're going to make you go around backwards. We're going to do it like at dusk and sunset, and it's like, but it's the same 3 fucking tracks. It's like that was my impression of a lot of like early PlayStation games. It's like have you played F-Zero 64? It's got like, 40 tracks and like 54 races and all with individual characters. And it's like Ridge Racer, what is it? Like 3 tracks and 10 cars. But yeah, I think this is based on, I'm not exactly sure, but I think it's based on the Ridge Racer Type 4, which is like the 4th PlayStation Ridge Racer game. I think like you do have, I think it's 3 different not control methods, but like, what would you call it? Like drift methods. Okay. So they have Ridge Racer Classic, Ridge Racer Revolution, and Ridge Racer 64. And I think, yeah, the Revolution one is like a little bit trickier. Like the drifting is a little bit more, like, I don't know, not pixel perfect, but like the timing window for drifting is quite harsh. Like it's very, very hard to get it exactly right. And 64 is kind of like in between. It's like, it's not quite extreme and it's not quite easy mode. It's kind of like they've kind of balanced it, So I guess they just, found the sweet spot. Yeah, I usually stick with Ridge Racer 64 drift method. It's good, recommended. So yeah, I don't think I'm going to unlock everything again, but like I at least want to unlock the basic tracks. I've got like the next 3, got like 6 tracks now, but they are just longer versions of the initial 3. Okay. So it's like at some point in the track it'll split off and it'll go like a longer path around. So like 30% of it is the same. 60% is slightly different. That kind of way. It's not like completely unique tracks. It's like based on the basic track is the same.
Sure.
But yeah, good times, good vibes, a nice little addition. Wasn't expecting that at all.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. Thank you, Nintendo.
Nice.
Good job.
So it delivered on the racing, but how are the ridges?
I don't know actually. Yeah, I'll have to get back to you on that one. And yeah, right. it would be interesting. Like Danny, I think you said this. Like we have gotten like Japanese ROMs like on the Nintendo online service. Yeah. Just like here's the Japanese version. Good luck, gaijins. Yeah. So like you would expect like Nintendo to do the same for the Japanese. Like, okay, this Ridge Racer 64 was never released in Japan, but it's in English, but it's not that difficult to work out. Good luck. Yeah. They should probably do that, right?
Yeah, it's weird because the N64 is the only one they really haven't done that with. They've done it with Famicom or NES, Super Nintendo, and stuff like that. So
wait, I don't know what in Japan they released English ROMs in Japan.
Star Tropics, right?
I thought Star Tropics was just on the Western one. It wasn't on the Japanese
maybe not. No, I think I'm confusing myself. Yeah. There's really no good reason unless they're just like, well, the box art's too different. You know what I mean? The shape for the Famicom one is completely different. The N64 one's completely different. Super Nintendo, it's like that would be a stupid excuse, but I don't know.
I mean, most Japanese games, like up until I don't know PlayStation 2, I mean, they were quite basic. Like it's like game start option. Yeah, there wasn't really much to get your head around, unless it's like an RPG, which Ridge Racer is not.
Yeah, exactly. So that's interesting. I mean, whatever. I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, if people really want to play it, they can. Obviously, if you're a Nintendo Switch Online member, like expansion pack member for the 64 stuff, of course. But
also, it is totally wild that like Namco made it. Namco let Nintendo make a game for the the console where it's kind of like the rival that like people associate Ridge Racer with PlayStation.
Sure.
And then Nintendo said, we'll make it. It's like, okay, fine.
I'd say at the same time, it's like I think Sony got all that they needed out of that. I think by the time this came out, was like 2000. So
yeah, like I said, I think this was like based on the Ridge Racer 4 engine. So yeah, it was pretty much, we're done with this. Whatever, have fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And most Nintendo gamers were playing other racing games anyway. So
I mean, yeah, exactly.
Wasn't a big deal.
Well, fingers crossed for maybe World Driver Championship coming out sometime soon. I mean,
and 4-player on N64.
In your face,
PlayStation.
Yeah.
Yeah, they never got a
True.
4-player. Yeah, they only had a 2-player, obviously. It was on
Okay.
2 control ports. Suck it, Sony boys.
Yes. All right. Well, I guess
Next.
on that note, I'll go ahead and go next with the new business. Before we get to the new business, I'll just check out who's in the chat right now. Russ is here. Lemonade's here as well. Balls is here. Russ has a very interesting choice of reading. Balls is talking about some stuff from the game, about some unlockables. He says, I just unlocked car battles, which unlock unique Namco-themed vehicles. And he's got Mappy and Xevious. So that's cool. Oh, hey,
Nice.
Metal Mike just came in here as well. So
Yeah, absolutely. Lots of Namco-themed cars. And like as is tradition, when you drive under the bridge, there's a big monitor playing like whatever it is, Gallagher or something, or Space Invaders. Or something.
right,
Yeah.
Space Invader. Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
Well, for me, for new business, I'm actually taking a trip back to the year 2000 as well, and completely different genre here, but it's something that just came out, I think, the day after we recorded the last episode of the show, and this is Star Wars, of course, Episode 1, Jedi Power Battles, which is now available on modern platforms for the first time. It's first time it's been, I think, re-released since PlayStation and Dreamcast back in 2000. So, with this one, I never played this back in the day. Did any of you guys touch this one?
Which one is this? Is this the Indiana Jones on 64?
No. A Star Wars Jedi Power Battles.
Oh, damn. No.
Yeah. James, I think you're muted, man.
Which console?
Me or what? What do you mean?
The original, like
Yeah,
was on
PlayStation and Dreamcast, like I said.
Oh, okay.
And,
No
yeah,
Nintendo at all. Yeah.
No Nintendo, just PlayStation and Dreamcast. PlayStation 1 and Dreamcast. So it's
That's
kind of
why it looks like ass.
Yeah. So with Aspire, the developer that's responsible for remastering, I guess you would say, a lot of these old Star Wars games. I mean, they're not completely rebuilding the thing from the ground up. They're usually taking source code from one of the versions and kind of polishing it up a little bit. You might notice with some of these pre-rendered scenes that are in the game. Like something about it is they never can really do a great job with the upscales on those. It always looks a little bit blurry and not great, but at the same time, it's like whatever. It's not that big of a deal to me personally, but.
This is exactly why I wasn't a PlayStation guy back in the day. No. It's like, look at these amazing graphics. Yeah, not in the game. This is a pre-rendered intro.
I remember having that argument several times with several friends. That was, I'm glad those days are over. Yeah. What a pointless wasted fucking time. But yeah, anyways, this, like I said, this came out on the Switch, Xbox, PlayStation, basically everything that's out now. It's like $20 or something like that. So I was like, yeah, let's go. I'm down. And it's basically like it can be side scrolling sometimes. Sometimes you're going, like inwards and outwards of the screen and stuff like that. Combat based. There are a lot of Jedi to choose from. They can do Jedi things. You can block laser blasts, cut down people, use force powers, and a couple of other things like that. There are some like blaster oriented characters that can actually shoot essentially projectiles and stuff. They do have like their own physical melee attacks as well, but for me it just seemed like the Jedi were just a little bit better mainly because of like the deflection thing. If you time it perfectly, you can just deflect the laser blasts right back at enemies and stuff like that. I think an interesting kind of comparison that I read just like yesterday about what this game kind of is. It's almost kind of like a 3D-ish continuation of like kind of like the Super Star Wars games on the Super Nintendo and stuff like that. Whereas those are kind of, they take a lot of liberties with the movies in question, and you do a lot of different things. This is kind of the same deal. One thing that the game kind of really intends you to do is to do like some button combinations for your attacks. This usually has some kind of like cool animations and stuff like that, but I found just mashing on the buttons, kind of like what I'm doing right now at Darth Maul, is definitely the way to go, because sometimes like I was trying to do like some cool button combinations against Darth Maul, later on in the game and stuff like that, and he would just like break my attack, mid swing or whatever, and then just beat the hell out of me. So yeah, it's just kind of a matter of just finding out what kind of works best for you. And for me, I think the combo system's a little bit broken. But
are there anything like parries or throws or anything like that?
No throws. There is a block button, and you can only take so many hits. It's kind of hard to see, but like when I get hit with the lasers, right below like the number at the upper left hand side of the screen, you can see like this little gauge kind of fill up a little bit.
Yeah.
Like since there's not very many laser blasts, it's not filling up too high. But if that like turns red, then you like kind of lose your ability to block completely. But there are no throws. It's just hits and stuff like that, really.
Okay.
So, yeah, this game does have some platforming elements which are not great.
I was going to say, it reminds me of the what was the third Rogue Squadron game called?
Oh, Rebel Strike.
Yeah, that one. God, it reminds me of that.
I think this is Rebel Strike is better than this in that sense.
Oh my God, that's terrible.
So this, sometimes you have a tiny shadow that you could kind of see. So that's kind of helpful, but yeah, sometimes I did find that there will be times if you're not familiar with the environment, which I'm not because I never played these games back in the day. Sometimes like, okay, it looks like a place to step. Nope, that's a hole. I'm dead. And then like sometimes with stuff like that, you don't even realize you died until you're just like, wait, I'm back at the checkpoint. What the hell just happened? And sometimes that is so abrupt, unless you're like in a boss battle, it just like abruptly just transports you back to that checkpoint. It's kind of weird.
Well, you don't have the disc going loading and going black for like 10 seconds while it loads.
True. With all the the kind of negative stuff I have said about it, I mean, if you're a fan of prequel Star Wars in particular, Episode 1, I think this is fun. I mean, it's kind of busted in some ways, but like I think I just blasted through this last week. I just kind of bought it last Wednesday, actually. I was just like, hey, let's go, man. This looks like it could be kind of fun. And just bought it and beat it in, I don't know, 6-7 hours or something like that. Not incredibly long game. It does kind of entice you to replay the game as all sorts of different characters and stuff like that. There are a lot of characters that Aspyr added to this version, like this new update. They basically added a bunch of non-playable characters and enemies and stuff like that as playable characters, which is kind of cool because they didn't have to do that.
That's fun.
Yeah. So it's, I mean, right now, like I'm controlling one of the blaster guys. It kind of sucks. And like one other guy played with like a rifle. I swear to God, I pressed the shoot button and they wouldn't even like shoot anything out of their gun. It's kind of like, okay, maybe it's a glitch. I don't know. But
invisible laser beams, Danny.
Maybe. So the only thing I didn't get to try out is 2-player because there is a 2-player local co-op mode, but they don't have online. And given Aspyr's history with online implementation in their games, I really think about Star Wars Battlefront Collection last year, which is completely broken at launch. I'm not too broken up about it because I don't know if they'd have the ability to do this well. So yeah, if you're itching for like a local or a single player type of Star Wars game, it might be worth taking a look. Okay, there's something. Okay, anyways, yeah, but
yeah, it looks it looks very ropey, to be honest.
Sure.
Yeah, all the trailers and footage I saw, I was like, oh shit! I think only someone Danny would like this.
Yeah.
And I was right.
Yeah, and like for me, I like games from this era, PlayStation era, the 64 era, and stuff like that. They have a certain look about them, and this is, to be fair, this is based on, I guess, the Dreamcast version, but. And kind of upscaled and stuff like that, but like I said, I just like games from that era. I kind of like the chunky visuals and stuff like that. Not necessarily the jank with some of the controls, but it's always kind of interesting to kind of try to put myself back and you know what I mean, like that type of stuff.
Is it a D-pad game or a stick?
Stick.
Like back in the day, was it also a stick or? I'm
assuming so. I mean, Dreamcast probably.
Yeah.
PlayStation, this is 2000 release. 2000 release. I think the DualSense came out like 98. So
Yeah, but
DualShock,
it was optional, wasn't it? Like, in terms of controls. But like, well, yeah, with the Dreamcast, I guess it would have to be. Oh no,
you could use the D-pad.
D-pad
I mean,
as
I
well,
suppose you could use the D-pad on this. I don't know, but
use bother. Yeah. Just in terms of like, is it a digital movement, like the 8 directions, or is it like full 360 directions? Or
good question.
It looks like just 8 directions from
it might be.
It
It might be, man. Thankfully, there are no like for the moves and stuff like that. You don't have to use the stick or the D-pad to do any of that type of stuff, so it's not really an issue in that sense. So yeah. But anyways, yeah, more on this a little bit later. But yeah, that looks like Mike, a big fan of the prequels. So, and he said, hey, I'm interested in this, if only because they're not releasing anything else Star Wars. Where's my Rogue Squadron? That's right, man. Like, it does kind of grind my gears, and I won't go on long about this, I promise. But the most wanted Star Wars games to get like remastered or remade, even like this, just aren't. Rogue Squadron, even Shadows of the Empire, for crying out loud. But here we are.
Yeah, those the flight games would make more sense, wouldn't they? Because you won't have the slowdown or the fog, which you would have back in the day. Yeah,
depending on who the developer is, I suppose. But
yeah.
Well, Shadows of the Empire got a PC release like way back in the day.
Sure.
I wonder if any fans have like upscaled it or patched it or anything like that.
I would imagine so. I mean, dude, actually kind of an odd thing too. Limited Run Games did a reprint of the N64 version of Shadows back in like 2017 or 2018.
Well, the card
like a translucent purple cart. I was like, why?
Sick, actually.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool. It's just, and it came with like a special like Shadows of the Empire themed package. Like looks kind of like the toys that were released at the time. So I'd be like, man, if I bought that, I couldn't open it up. Yeah, but yeah, it's a shame. I'd like to see a kind of redone Shadows or something like that. But Switch 2, here it comes.
Let's go.
Yeah. Anyways, Ty, how about you close us out with new business?
Sure. Okay. So, as you guys may or may not know, my company is getting restructured, and basically everybody is getting laid off. So, I'm busy doing job interviews instead of playing video games for some reason. But
sucks, man.
But I am keeping up with my dailies on Nikke, and I had some thoughts about that. I think maybe I've talked about this before, but let me ask you guys: you ever play a video game with just like multi-hour lore dumps?
Well, I mean, I played Metal Gear Solid before.
Yeah,
there you go.
Yeah.
Now,
Metal Gear Solid 4. I haven't actually played that one, but yeah, that would be the one, wouldn't it?
But yeah, so if you play all the Metal Gear games, you might notice they kind of change up and experiment a little bit on how they do their their massive lore dumps. Back in like the first couple Metal Gear games, first 3, you would go into your codec and somebody would talk to you for an hour.
Yeah,
and I thought what they did in Metal Gear Solid 5 was very clever. Like they kind of minimized that, but they give you these cassette tapes that you can just listen to while you're like riding around Afghanistan doing fuck all.
Oh, okay. Well, that's kind of a cool solution.
Yeah, and that's much more comfortable. But I was thinking just getting my game designer brain on. Like I think there are even better ways to do this, especially on Switch. Okay, so or mobile.
Yeah,
I mean, it's basically a mobile platform.
Yeah.
So like I played a lot of games, including Nikke and like the Mortal Kombat games. They have a pretty long and well-known story mode. So, but the gameplay on that is basically play a match, play a screen, get a big story sequence, play a little bit, get a big story sequence, and you know what? That actually fucking sucks. Like, I either want to play the game or sit back and enjoy the story, but I don't want to do both at the same time.
Sure.
Or like, and rather just flapping back and forth. It's really fucking annoying. So what I did with both Mortal Kombat and Nikke is I skip all the fucking story when I'm playing.
Okay.
I just do the gameplay, just do the gameplay. And then, I watch the story like when I'm in bed, like about to go to sleep, just laying back, watching it on my phone. And that is so much better. So I'm thinking like, how can you design a game to be enjoyed in this way? Like, you can do big chunks of gameplay, on your regular downtime. And or maybe like when the boss isn't looking at work or whatever. And then you can enjoy the story like just on like your second screen when you're doing work or doing your podcast or whatever, or laying in bed on your phone.
Sure.
So I propose or I would like to see more games designed with this specifically in mind, where you can just play the game, or like even just gather resources throughout the day, on your phone or on your Switch or whatever, depending on what kind of game it is, and then maybe just like get these stories in these chunks that you can just enjoy when you're sitting back, maybe just having a beer in the evening or whatever when you're not like locked in on pro gamer mode.
Sure.
Yeah. So I mean, Nikke kind of lends itself to that, sort of. Like it kind of leaves it up to YouTubers, but like if you're playing on mobile or whatever, you can just like go through the stories again on your phone.
Oh.
But I actually kind of prefer like the YouTube versions that people have made. They just like, here's the story, and then like they'll have like different uploads for like the different voiceovers and stuff, because there's like English, Japanese, and Korean.
Okay.
Yeah, that's nice. And also the fucking event stories in the game are like 3-hour visual novels.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Like I've played Nikke for I think just I think about 2 years now. Has it been 2 years? I have not seen all the story.
Jeez.
Right. I've seen like the main gameplay chapters, and I've seen like half of the events maybe, and like each event, like I said, it's like a 3-hour visual novel.
Sure.
You know what? They're fucking great too. It's so good. Like it's so much more than you would expect from like, dumb naked girl gotcha game.
Right. You mentioned that. Yeah.
It really fucks you up. So I don't know. Like I would almost encourage you to maybe just like watch a let's play, or just watch the story on Nikke, like on YouTube or something, and see if you get into it. The introductory chapter is a banger.
Are the screens are they like animated comic strip kind of thing?
They're mostly visual novel style, where there's like an animated portrait and they make different expressions.
Sure. Okay. Gotcha.
And they usually have voiceover. Like some of the side stuff, they kind of skip the voiceover. Some of the chapters have like animation sequences. Like I just got into one. It's like, wow, there's like an animated finale to this chapter. That's crazy. I didn't know about that.
But are you mostly looking at text on a colorful background, or is it?
Yeah, it's like you've seen visual novels, right? It'll be like character portrait, and there might be some like effects where like goes back and forth between different characters, and and text at the bottom with voiceover.
Like a conversation. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, and like if there's some action going on, it'll be like captioned pretty much. Yeah, but it's quite good. It's like it's surprising, like the depth in the world building of the game. It's really good.
Also, also anime boobs.
Yeah, like it runs totally counter. It's like it's so jarring because you don't expect it. Like, wow, why is there this super good like sci-fi drama story in my stupid anime girl gotcha game?
Right.
You got to sell it, Ty. You got to sell it with the boobs.
Yeah.
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 It is. I mean, it is interesting that you just mentioned this just in general, Ty. I'm just thinking like what keeps me from playing some games is like, okay, this is an action game, but there are story elements. It's not just me that can play on the TV, or there's just stuff going on in the house, or I mean, I get it. The older you get, the more responsibilities you have, whether you're single, whether you live with somebody, or whatever, man. Like this is just shit you got to do, and sometimes you can't sit down and play games for like 14 hours straight. I wish, wish I could, but yeah.
Right. And like I think there are a number of games like even just like on Switch or whatever that would really benefit from like a thoughtful process on how to do really cool world building lore dumps and keep it out of the way of the gameplay. Like I thought Metal Gear was really clever like that. Like if you can like have something to listen to almost in podcast form while you're playing a game where you're just like just doing like normal gameplay that doesn't need too much focus. That's really cool.
BioShock
Yeah.
also kind of did that with the audio logs. You just like you pressed it and then it started to play, and then you could walk around, you could go wherever you wanted, but like
Right.
you could still hear it, like get the lore that way. That was kind of cool.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I mean, I would. I don't even know if this is even a good argument, but I'd say maybe like Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom. Yes, there are story elements. Yes, there are sometimes when you will talk to people and there is talky parts, but those games are so like exploration is like the main thing there. So like if you play and you just want to explore, you can. If you want to get into the story, you can. But that's a different type of thing from what you're saying, I think, though, Ty.
Right. Like the kind of games I'm talking about have like just hours of people talking.
Right.
Literal hours.
Yeah, that's
yeah. I don't think I could listen to a few hours of yeah.
Well, even worse, the fucking Princess Zelda voice actress.
Right.
Garbo.
I think
Yeah.
it was that bad.
Yeah.
It wasn't that good, but
All right. So
Next.
time to do some engagement baiting. If you know any good video games with unique storytelling lore dump approaches, please dump it in the comments and I will read it.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, so that's my new business.
Cool.
Okay. All right. Well, that is going to do it for new business. Just to kind of get caught up on the chat here a little bit. Russ, there's something else today, buddy. Yes. What the hell? Where is this? Oh, Ty. People wishing you luck for the jobs.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Balls here too. Why job hunt when you can open up your own UFO catcher?
Boom! There it is.
Boom.
Exactly.
Yep.
You will be the claw, and you just like reach down in your room. I guess I don't know how that would work, but
hell yeah.
Yep.
And, yeah, I was gonna say Ty's already stocked up, so he just needs the machine.
The machine's full, man. It's ready to go. You just need to get people, slotting in the money.
I have looked on Amazon Japan and like seen UFO catcher machines on there, and I was thinking like, how can I hook this up to my PC with a live stream? That might be
also,
a
you
pro-
can actually
project.
just buy. You can just buy like just straight up like on Amazon. Wow.
Yeah.
I suppose.
How much are they going for?
Kind of a lot. I saw like the small. They're like the four, like a 4 set of small ones, like the over under that you may have seen before. There was one like that was not too expensive. Like I actually thought about it, like not too expensive.
Like I have literally no idea what expensive or cheap is. For
Thousands of dollars, or
are we talking like
hundreds?
100,000 yen or like what?
Yeah. Fuck, I don't remember. Yeah, I think it was like $1,000 USD.
Wow.
Okay. Still, I mean,
So,
yeah,
so 800,000 yen. Got it.
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, you could probably get like old ones for like next to nothing.
sure,
I'm just betting, like just like outdated models.
right.
Like we're
Make it
throwing this out.
yourself, you coward.
Oh, you got the ability, I suppose.
I mean, you could just build your own because there's not a whole lot to the mechanism. Like you could probably just buy like the parts and then make your own cabinet for not too
Yeah.
much if you're willing to put in the work.
Yeah, sounds like a lot of work. Anyways, well, hey, dude. I mean, I think it'd be a great idea. I mean, takes up a lot of space.
Yeah, that's the other thing.
Space is already at a premium. I mean, in Ty's
Yep.
room, and I think just in general in Japan. So,
Yep,
we'll see how that goes. Keep us updated, I suppose, man.
will do.
New YouTube series. Ty makes a crane game arcade.
Can't wait. All right.
You're putting ideas in my head. We'll see. We'll see once I get resettled.
All right. Well, again, that's going to do it for the new business. So let's go ahead and move on to a little bit of now playing at Famicast.com.
Boom.
Now playing at Famicast.com. Lots of stuff coming up on all over the place. For patrons, you guys, we have a game night coming up on February 22nd. There's been a post about it. We've been chatting about it in the Discord and stuff like that. So hopefully some of you guys can make it. That's a Saturday. We're going to be starting about the same time that we do the regular podcast. So yeah, if you're available and want to just sit around and play some games with us, that'd be fun. Looking forward to it. And other than that, a couple of things. I talked about Star Wars Jedi Power Battles. There's a review that I just finished up yesterday, day before yesterday. I don't remember, but it's going to be coming first early access to patrons basically right after the show is over tonight. So if you're listening to the audio version, it's already available ad-free on Patreon. And it's going to be posted on Friday, February 7th, publicly. So you guys can check it out there. There's also a video I did, a while back, but I finally posted it last week about the Box Boy QB Amiibo, which, quite rare and quite a cool story behind that. I kind of break it down. So if you're interested in that, I'd say check it out, but got some good comments on that as well. And then there's one other thing that, James, do you remember we were going to talk about this?
Shit.
Would you mind pulling that up and maybe sharing it if you can?
Yeah, man, this is crazy. So, we're going to show this at the end of last episode, but we kind of ran out of time. But yeah, so Danny sends me this link. And then, where is it? He shares me this link. And I was like, okay, cool. Yeah, Tokyo Indie Games. Nice logo. Yeah. Why are you showing me this website, Danny?
Right. So basically keep scrolling down towards like the very bottom of the page. You don't have to go really slow because there's a lot of stuff on here.
Keep scrolling. Oh, what's this? Gold sponsors. Okay, Phoenix. Yeah. Bronze sponsors. What do we got here? Okay. Interesting. Yeah. Keep going. Supporters. Yeah. Partners. Very nice.
I might scroll back up a little bit.
And then what's this? Media partners. Okay, we got Famitsu. Yeah. IGN Japan. By the time they did some fucking work. And then who is this?
Wow.
The Famicast.
Yeah.
It's
so
a big time.
Yeah. So
this big time, boys.
Yeah, this big event that's coming up in early March. It's again called Tokyo Indie Game Summit 2025. Going to be happening in Tokyo. We'll be there as like a media partner, basically just be covering the show. So it might just be me. That's fine. I don't know yet what I'm going to do for it, but it should be pretty fun. Lots of indie games are going to be there. And I'm looking forward to it. Should be pretty cool. The only reason I wouldn't go is if I'm sick or something like that. So hopefully that won't happen. But yeah, anyways, all this and more. That's right. All right. Well, this is the part of the show where we'd usually come in and hit you with the Japan news. But today we have a very special feature that JC has actually prepared for us. So would you mind introducing it?
That's right. 2 months in the making. Not really. More like we just delayed it. So Fami-Quiz. So I decided to do a 2017 era quiz, which is the first season of the Patreon. which is, we started in 2017, which is like when the Switch first came out, and now the Switch 2 is on the verge of being released. So yeah, it's kind of like end of an era, isn't it? It's like, we've done the whole Switch life cycle in what is it, 9 seasons of the Patreon?
8.
Oh, sorry, yeah, we're on season 8, aren't we? I'm getting ahead of myself. Yeah, the next will be 9, but we're in 8 right now. So yeah, if you're watching live, you can actually join the quiz. Obviously, the Fami boys will be joining, guaranteed.
Yes,
to win, probably not really. But yeah, if you're listening, watching live, you can also join. If you're listening to the audio podcast, then just, I don't know, just listen and try and guess, and then we'll read out the answers for you, and then you can just kind of give yourself points, see how many you got right. Right then, so let's get to it. So yeah, you can scan the QR code, or you can just, if you got the Kahoot app, you can enter that PIN number 3501501. I don't think that'll work after the fact, but
okay,
we'll see. We're definitely going to do it live. We're doing it live. Doing it live. Right then, you boys all in?
I'm getting there.
Yeah, getting there. I need to think of an offensive nickname.
There it is.
Okay, good enough.
Azook. Go clicker. Alrighty.
That's me.
Nice. I was looking at the results for the other one, Ty, and you were called like Miku or something like that, right?
Sounds about right.
Yep. Here we go. So if I go full screen, you guys can still see it?
Yep.
Okay.
Can see it.
Okay. Here we go, guys. So question 1. In episode 10, I finally got my Switch after months of failing to. Which episode did I announce it? 106 in July 2017. 105 in June 2017. 108 in August 2017. Or 109 in September 2017. So the time limit is quite generous this time. It's like, I think it's a minute.
Okay.
But
you get more points for answering quickly, right?
I think so, yeah. I don't know how much more you get it, but there it is. So the answer was August 2017. So yeah, the Switch had already been out for how many months at that point, Danny?
A few months, about 5 months, depending on when in August. So yeah. I remember. I distinctly remember that. I don't know why, but I do.
And yeah, I think I kind of briefly mentioned it in the previous episode, but like, yeah, I was taking part in those lotteries and like, trying to win the chance to buy one.
I remember all those heartbreaking stories.
Yeah.
Right. Why? Okay. Just as a quick aside, why don't you like buying stuff at launch? Like, especially if you know you're gonna want to get it.
I don't know. I mean, I generally don't. I'm not like that desperate to get it. And with the Switch, I just thought, it'll be fine. I'll just get it later. Just like, let me just save up a little bit more money. Maybe I can get a couple of games at launch instead of, just the one. Stupid ideas anyway. Stupid ideas. Won't be doing that with Switch 2. Hell no. I'll be pre-ordering ASAP. Right then. So we have Girl Clicker you got it. Oh, both of you guys got it. And Lemonade got it. Nice. Right then, let's go on to the next question 2. Episode 101. Which Zelda game was not mentioned / played by a Fami crew member this episode? Minish Cap, Breath of the Wild, Twilight Princess, or Link to the Past? I thought it's got music. I just have a bit of music. Can you get some music coming through now?
I don't hear anything. It's fine. Don't.
I'm excited to hear it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. So I think we had a Zelda themed episode title as well. I forgot what it was called now. Something with Zelda in it. All Aboard the Zelda Train or something like that. So yeah, the correct answer was Link to the Past. Bonus points. Do you guys remember who talked about the other ones? So no one talked about Link to the Past.
You talked about Minish Cap.
Yep.
I talked about Breath of the Wild.
Correct.
Cyrus talked about Twilight Princess, I'm assuming.
That's right. Yeah. Okay. I guess he was playing the Wii U HD remake or something like that.
Okay.
Ty was probably thinking about Link to the Past the whole time, but he didn't talk about it.
Yeah,
Right, Ty?
probably. Or Link's Awakening. It's my
Yeah.
favorite.
Nice.
Mm,
So, yes, Girl Clicker is still in the lead. Azik has gone up to number 2. Danny's in number
Yes.
3. Let's go.
Oh,
He said he didn't even watch the
competitive.
episode, so I was on it.
Episode 103, we ran a Twitter poll. Remember those? Asking how everyone was going to play the ARMS test punch. The winner with 52% was Pro Controller, Joy-Con grip, motion controls, or sideways Joy-Con. Wow, you guys were super fast. Yeah, the winner was motion controls.
Boy,
Like, I don't think I said that.
I didn't.
I was like, I really hope they put Pro Controller support in here.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, before the game comes out, you look at it and you intuitively think you want to do the punching.
I
Yeah,
don't.
Exactly.
What the hell? What are these crazy AI generated?
Yeah, the
All right, I love it.
Who I've forgotten what that guy's name is. What's the default guy in ARMS?
I think it's just called
Springman?
ARMS or Springman.
Springman. Wow, Ty doesn't even play it. He knows.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's not true. Me and Ty played it at the launch event.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was good times.
Yeah. I liked ARMS. I had fun with that game. I liked it a lot.
Yeah. I liked it too. I think I played exclusive with the Pro Controller in the end.
I watched a couple tournaments for it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lemonade also says, "Hey, ARMS was great." Azik is saying, "Actually, Danny drew all of these." Yes.
You're quite talented and slightly insane. Like,
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Picasso.
Wow, I've jumped into last place. Awesome.
So
Sick.
Go Clicker is still at number 1, Lemonade's at 2, and Danny has gone down to 5th.
All the way.
Okay.
Flush
all
it
the way
down
down.
the shitter.
Next question. Episode 104. During the Nintendo Direct showcase, which game was not mentioned? Smash Ultimate, Metroid Prime 4, Xenoblade Chronicles 2, or Breath of the Wild DLC? So this was the big showcase. Which was not mentioned? Ignore the picture. Absolutely nothing to do with the question.
Fuck.
Yep, the correct answer was Smash Ultimate.
God.
No, yeah, that was not mentioned at all. I guess that came later. Yeah, but amazingly, Prime 4, Xenoblade Chronicles 2, and Breath of the Wild DLC were all mentioned during that time.
Oh, wow.
Prime 4, which still isn't even out.
You got a screenshot from the game right there too, so that's good.
Yes, exactly. There you go.
And Azik, he says, "Actually, I'm just clicking randomly here too, so cool. Beat
Good
me.
job.
It's a good strategy."
That's right.
I'm just following gut feelings.
Good feelings. Oh, Lemonade's gone up to
Oh my God.
number 1.
Oof.
Girl Clicker's number 2. Already. Danny, rip in peace.
Yes.
Episode 105, the SNES/Super Famicom mini console was announced and discussed. Which game was exclusive to the Japan version? 105.
I literally have it over here. It's covered up with things. Damn it.
We're looking at a picture of a man setting fire to the shitty American version with its shitty purple buttons.
That's AI does not know what one of those looks like. It didn't have a purple back like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh boy.
Damn, what was that? What was the prompt for that one?
I just put something like man burning the shitty version of the Super Nintendo control. And that's what I came up with. So the answer was Super Street Fighter 2. Yeah, that was exclusive to the Japanese version. I think the Western version got some version of Street Fighter.
Oh, did they get Street Fighter 2 Turbo?
Maybe.
I think so, yeah. I think so.
Kind of random, but okay.
But I think the other ones were on both, like Super Ghouls and
Yeah.
Ghosts, Earthbound, Contra 3. They're all on both, weren't they?
That one was tricky.
Yeah.
Let's see who got it. Well, no one got it. Jesus.
Wow. Good.
Wow. Okay. Everyone fails.
Awesome.
Everyone sucks. Okay. Never mind. Okay. Episode 106. The first Splatfest was Rock versus Pop in Japan and Ice Cream versus Cake in the West. Who were the winners? So just their options are just every combination of those two. So in Japan, who won, rock or pop? And in the West, who won, ice cream or cake? Yep. So in Japan, rock won, and in the West, ice cream won. Yeah. I wonder if, well, no. Yeah, I don't know if we're going to have time to talk about it, but they're recycling all the Splatfest for Splat 3, aren't they?
Right. Well, I mean, to be fair, they did just, the game's not really supported. You know what I mean? Like 2-year window, blah, blah, blah.
Yep. Yeah, it's the chocolate one again.
Right.
Dark milk and
White chocolate's probably winning.
I think milk won last time. I can't remember.
White, it was white. I double checked it? Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay. So you got it right. So Girl Clicker.
Damn, man.
Is number one.
Shit, time. Russ are tearing it up, man. I mean, Lemonade's pretty close. AZ, hey, man, I think your strategy of clicking randomly isn't really working so well anymore, man. Come join me in the toilet bowl.
Lemonade's doing all right. So next one, episode 110, which was a two-parter about a Nintendo Direct, and part 2 was TGS 2017. So who did I interview on the show floor? Was it Hideki Kamiya, Suda51, Dylan Cuthbert, or Tak Fuji? Yeah. And Danny's probably still struggling with shrinking down those two massive episodes.
No. That's
No?
I forgot to mention, like, all of the episodes are completely on the audio feed now too.
Oh, so, wow. Well done.
Yeah,
even this two-parter?
This was a big one part. It was huge.
This was the audio one was one podcast?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I think so. Fuck, I forgot.
So yeah, the answer was Tak Fuji. Yeah, and bonus points. Does anyone remember what game I was interviewing him about?
Gal Metal.
Yeah, that's right.
Rock game. It was pretty cool.
That video did pretty well, I think.
Yeah.
People kind of ripped it off without giving us credit for it. So thanks very much.
Fun.
Nice.
Tak Fuji, good guy. Yeah, people didn't recognize him because he had the big afro when he was doing the
dreads, I mean.
Oh, was it dreads? Yeah. What was the meme thing that he said? Like the 1 million troops? Wow.
The classic.
1,000 troops. Yeah, that one. Anyway, it looked totally different when I interviewed him. But yeah,
right.
Cool guy. Next. Wow, Russ is in lead. Girl Clicker is number 2. Lemonade is still number 3. Danny's doing better. He's at number 4. Okay. Can still win it. Episode 111. We talked about charts and laughed endlessly at the Xbox One total sales in Japan, which in October 2017 were 52,000, 82,000, 22,000, or 142,000. Wow, one person got it right. Yeah, they were 82,000. And the 142,000 is the overall sales at the end of its life.
Okay. Because I knew I saw one of those numbers. So I was like, that 142, that's not the end. It can't be. Yeah. I got it right somehow. Wow, cool.
Well done. Yep, 82,000 for the Xbox One, for Xbox One. I think the Series X is doing a lot better than the Xbox One in Japan and everywhere else. Probably.
Yep.
Danny goes up to number 3. All right. Let's go to next question. Episode 112. Complete the quote from the episode. I'm playing blank, which coincidentally is also what Danny calls his penis.
I remember this one.
Nice.
Small soldiers, little nightmares, tiny barbarian, or micro machines.
Micro machines plural has to be that.
Yep.
You don't want to know what's going on down there.
Complete the quote from the episode. I'm playing blank, which coincidentally is also what Danny calls his penis. For the AI prompt, I just put Danny Bivens' penis.
Thank you. Accurate. I'm not gonna lie. Thanks.
So it was Tiny Barbarian. Wow, everyone remembers that.
Yeah.
Classic. Yeah. Absolute classic quote. Famicast quote will go down in history. Yeah, that was a good game as well. Very hard.
That's what I said.
That's Points all round. All right.
Oof.
Danny's on a streak as well. I don't know if you
Damn.
get bonus points for that. But anyway.
Shit.
Anyway, down to the last 5 questions. Here we go. Episode 113. Which mobile game did Nintendo launch and was talked about in the Japanese this episode? Was it Animal Crossing Pocket Camp, Dragalia Lost, Mario Kart Tour, or Fire Emblem Heroes? The answer was Animal Crossing Pocket Camp, which is kind of like ending, or what was it?
So they stopped it as like a service game, but they have like a version called like Complete or whatever that they released.
Right. And you sell it for like $10 with everything.
It was 50% off for like the first 2 months, and it just changed to the full price just like a couple days ago, I think.
Yeah. So that's literally spanned the whole, Famicast Patreon season. So
yeah,
beginning and end. I think it launched in Australia first. They like to do that.
Okay. Sometimes a smaller market, Nintendo does that sometimes.
Right then.
Ooh, Russ.
Ty has climbed his way back up to number 1. Danny's in 2.
Damn, 30 behind you, Ty.
Wow.
We go. We're on to the
It
last
is real close.
4 questions. Here we go. Episode 114. Which game did Ty stream and then mention during the now playing on the Famicast.com section? Fantasy Strike, Tiny Metal, Dead by Daylight, or Bakidoro, sorry. I can't read my
I don't even remember.
I do, I think.
Which game did Ty stream and then mention during the now playing?
I got it wrong.
Yep. I think, Tiny Metal, which is the Ty, later you played the actual real game of that series, Advance Wars, right?
That looks just like Ty too in the picture we have here.
Yeah,
Pretty sure it's like a snapshot from probably last year.
Yeah.
Maybe the year before that. I don't know. Ty's changed a little bit since then.
Yeah.
Not that many boxes.
I
Not
like
enough boxes.
So woo adorable.
Exactly. Holding your Pokemon. Oh no, it's not a Pokemon. What is it?
Miku.
Miku cushion. There it is. Yeah.
Anime-chan.
Yeah.
I think I just wrote like, I don't know, streamer surrounded by anime junk or something like that. I can't remember.
That sounds about right.
Junk.
Yeah. One person got it right, and it was Danny. Well done, Danny. beat Ty on his own question.
I remember I played Obake Doro on stream, but was that just during game night? Maybe
That must have been a game night or something.
No, that was me and Ty. Me and Ty streamed Obake Doro together.
All right.
That was later though. That might have been like 2019. That was a game trial game.
Yeah.
Fantasy Strike I streamed on my own, ironically, and I forgot what the other one was. Dead by Daylight. I don't think anyone's ever done a stream, but that's a game night game, I guess. So yeah.
Right.
There it is. Okay. Last 3 questions. Episode 115. We had a very special guest in this episode, Kevin Cecil. What is he not credited on? Tracy Ullman Show, Black Books, The IT Crowd, and Black Mirror. Which one has he not got a credit on? Still probably the most famous person we've ever had on the Famicast.
No, absolutely. You don't get like award-winning people on the show other than ourselves.
Right, exactly. Is he holding it? What is that? An Emmy or an Oscar?
Might have been the BAFTA.
Maybe BAFTA. The answer is Black Mirror. Black Mirror was written by Charlie Brooker, totally different guy. But Tracy Ullman Show. I think he was one of the head writers. Black Books, he was a writer, and the IT Crowd, he was an actor in it.
You said he did, didn't he do Veep? Or VP or whatever?
Yeah, Veep. Yeah, Veep as well. Yeah, exactly. I was going to put that as one of the correct answers, but there you go. Incorrect answers. Sorry. Danny is at number 1. What is this world?
Take it.
That's crazy.
Russ, tough man. He's a damn right question the wrong way.
Last 2 questions. Here we go. Episode ? Which episode did Ty first mention playing Dead by Daylight?
Ooh.
Episode 166 in January 2020, 156 in August 2019, 176 in June 2020, or 146 in March 2019?
Ooh,
Wow, 3 people got it.
Damn.
Yes, it was August 2019, episode 1.
I had a feeling it was summer.
Yeah, there it is. There you go. That's pretty kawaii. Dead by Daylight.
Yeah, that looks
Yeah.
more like their rival game. What's it called?
Abakidogo?
No, the
Oh, yeah.
it's got, like,
Identity 5.
Identity,
right?
yeah, Identity V, Identity 5. I don't know which one.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of my students play that game.
Yeah.
Girls, mainly.
damn. I knew,
Oh, sorry, Danny, go ahead.
I'm sorry, I knew that was like 2019 because I saw that when I was re-uploading, episodes for the audio feed. It's like, oh man, because I was thinking like, oh shit, this is when he first said it. So yeah,
Episode 156. What episode are we on now? 286.
286. So
130 episodes later, still talking about it.
Right.
Yeah.
And keep going, Ty. Keep going. You can
Right.
give it. I'll go for the 200. I think we're on the final question. Here we go. So I interviewed 5 video game legends in the first season. Which one hated every second of my interview with them? Was it Tak Fuji, Koji Igarashi, Suda51, or Hideki Kamiya? Who hated my guts?
Oh,
And will probably never be on the Famicast ever again because
yeah,
of
probably not.
that one interview. Yes, the correct answer is Koji Igarashi, the creator of Castlevania. I pissed him off so much.
Yeah, I don't think you hated that. I mean, I was there. I was holding the camera. Like, I think James said something. He mentioned Castlevania, but he was talking about Bloodstains. I think he was just kind of a little irritated because I think he just wanted to talk about the present and the future, not necessarily the past, like one of those type of deals. So like, I get it to an extent. I don't think he was pissed. He was just annoyed.
Yep. Hideki Kamiya famously liked us. He was, I think, we're one of the only surviving Western people to not be blocked by him.
Yeah,
that's true. I remember when he quote tweeted us and said, "Not banned."
Yeah,
Exactly.
so it was like that was wild.
What a moment!
A rare treat.
No one else has survived the ban hammer from that guy. Right then, let's look at the results. Well done, guys. Hope you guys had fun. Number 3 is a lemonade. Kawaii.
Woo!
Number 2 is Goal Clicker. Name redacted. And number 1 is Mr. Danny Biff. Good job.
I like how the
job.
question about Dead by Daylight. This is 2017 quiz. And it was and the only options were 2020 and 2019.
Yeah, exactly. I was hoping that Ty would have talked about it in 2017, but he didn't. I don't know. Was it even out at that point? I don't know.
Not sure.
Good question. Like, I played it like once during a free weekend, like very early on, and then like just left it and didn't play it again for like a year.
I see.
Okay. Nice.
All right.
GG, guys. Thanks for playing. And if you're listening, hopefully you could understand, because I was trying to read the questions and the answers.
Sure.
Hopefully
I mean,
you guys
just
can play along. Yep.
Yeah, if you wanted like a more visual type of thing, I mean, we do have chapters on the YouTube. There are chapters in the audio version as well. So you could always come back and check out that too, just to see what you're missing if you don't listen or you don't watch. There are multiple ways that you can take in the Famicast. So.
Look at my horrific AI generated images as well.
Right.
Much enjoyed.
Right.
All right then, Danny, back to you in the studio.
All right, so that is going to do it for the Fami-Quiz. Now, for you video viewers, we're going to move on to some anime trash with Ty. If you're on the audio, we're going to go ahead and move on to some feedback. So let's go ahead and get to it. Ty.
Sick. All right, time for all the trash.
There we go.
So I've been trying not to win too much stuff.
Right.
Unfortunately, I just can't stop winning. Like, I'm just like randomly getting shit in one shot.
Sure.
And there are a few FOMO figures in here, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, I predict this episode is going to be extra horny.
All right.
So to recap, I've been playing online UFO catchers nonstop for 2 years, and it has ruined my life. All right. So first box, it's from Tokyo Catch. Yeah, and So Tokyo Catch gives you a free chance every day after you've given them like $20. But the catch is you have to pay to at least win at least one of them if you want free shipping. So whenever I get a free one, I'm kind of obligated to keep playing. So so today I have a special treat. This is
Ooh.
something I've been after for a while. We're gonna open this up. This is, as you can see, it says Nikke on it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh.
So this is like a big tapestry thing that I'm going to be building a tent out of once I'm homeless.
You got enough boxes and stuff, insulation.
And
very thin insulation.
Yes, and we're gonna get a nice look at these boobs on here to make sure, absolutely sure we get demonetized.
Yes.
Where are we? Here we are.
There they go.
There we are. That's Soda the maid.
I think
she's
I've seen
great.
her. Yeah. Lemonade said too, this is something that was on the last episode, but he said, today I ordered one of those pen holder figures from the last episode that you had, like one of those horny ones that can hold your pens.
Sick.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. Oh, and I see Zeke has a question. Is that...
Oops.
Sorry. Oh, no. We both clicked it.
Yeah, I got it. There you go.
Is that the girl you shoot in the head in the prologue? Spoiler alert.
Spoilers. Come on, man. I haven't watched the YouTube video about that yet.
No.
Spoilers, Ty. Come on.
Maybe. All right. And now I have another bunny girl figure.
All right.
Here we go. This is what's her name? Sheilan from Sword Art Online.
Oh boy.
Yes, the sniper waifu.
Okay.
Looking real shy and silly in her bunny girl outfit.
Right.
There you go.
Is that the preferred outfit for snipers or something?
Yeah. Okay. Right?
Yeah, usually anyways.
It's camouflage.
Yeah, in some places maybe.
At the Playboy Mansion.
Yes.
All right. Next up, we got Molly Online. It's been kind of on and off with the free tickets. It's like got a big redesign recently. But yeah, it's still one of the nicer sites to play.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, very Japan only. All right, what's going on here? We got a lot of interesting packing material. We got a thoroughly wrapped figure.
Okay.
Oh yes, this is like a 1 in a million like random free win. It was amazing.
Okay.
Right, like trying not to win, and then I just keep winning. Here we go. It's another bunny girl.
Damn, it's all about the bunny girls today.
It is. Right? I didn't choose them. They chose me.
Right. Exactly.
What is this show? Tying the knot with an Amagami sister. I have no idea what this is, but like she looked really cool, so I had to get it.
Azek said that according to Kojima, snipers need as much exposed skin as possible. It makes sense.
True. All right, I just threw that cardboard box right into my space heater, so I'm about to start a fire and burn to death.
Cool.
All right, but before then, we got a Capcom box.
Right.
I fucking love Capcom's UFO catcher site. Free ticket or tickets every day, and like a pretty good drip of free credits. And the machines are not that hard to win.
Yeah.
And sometimes they have the Capcom exclusive merchandise.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So let's see what they got. Oh yes, they're here. They're here. You'll never guess what came out this month or last month on the UFO catchers.
Shit. There were okay. I thought something. No, you're not talking about one of those Link figures, are you?
Nope.
Okay.
Well, maybe, but no. We have Nikke figures.
Okay. I was close.
Yes. All right. Would you like the lore? Because I actually know what these characters are.
Okay.
All right. This character's name is In102, aka Annie.
Is she okay?
She's not okay. She's an amnesiac. She forgets everything every day.
Okay.
And she has a really, really sad event story where like she became a Nikke because it was like the only way to like medically save her life. and her mom sacrificed everything to keep her alive, even though she doesn't even remember her anymore. It's a Christmas story too. It's so sad.
Jeez.
Yep.
To uplift
All right.
us, Lemonade has a comment. Bunny. There we go.
Bunny. I agree. All right. Next, we have a niece. She has big booba.
I was gonna say
and-
anus. No,
and
okay.
big butt. She's actually like one of the like 3 main characters you meet immediately.
Okay.
She kind of fits the role of like constant wisecracking comments.
Mhm.
Yes, and her name is pronounced Anise,
Okay.
not anus.
Thank you for the clarification.
All right. And next up, we have another recurring favorite on the Famicast. We have Albedo.
Okay. I've heard the name a lot over the past year.
Yes. This figure has been around for a while. I just finally got it by chance. This had a Christmas recolor, which I got a long time ago.
Okay. This one almost
Like
looks
around
kind of, is it
Christmas.
like almost like Halloween? Kind of. No? purple?
I mean, it has kind of
I
a
mean,
purple color, but
okay.
yeah,
Any season.
that's just kind of her vibe, you know.
Okay. Fair enough.
There you go. It's a very, very normal figure. All right. What's up? I got 2 more boxes. Let's go. We have another Capcom box.
All right.
Who knows what?
Wait, your favorite
Enemy
color
trash.
is purple or is your favorite color green, Ty? I always forget.
Number 1's green. Number 2 is purple.
Okay.
Yep.
Wow, I remember all, there we go.
Nice. Yeah. What's your favorite color?
I'll probably just blue and brown.
Okay. All right. So let's see. What does Capcom have for me today? Oh my God. This is the horniest figure of all time.
All right.
All right. Mom, don't come in. All right. We have Albedo in a cow print bikini. Pretty suggestive pose. They've really made this.
Jeez. With
Yep.
horns and a tail.
Yes. Well, I mean, she has horns normally.
Oh, okay. There. So it shows how much I know about
Yes,
this.
that's the lore.
Mhm. Lemonade's digging it. We got a nice lemonade.
Hell yeah. I had to get that one instantly.
Mhm.
Now we have one more box from Taito. You know what that means.
Do I?
Might, if you have a really good memory. Taito they actually distribute a lot of the figures, and
Okay.
their online site has exclusive versions of figures. So
Ooh,
I
we're gonna have a
think,
white box today.
yeah, I think this is gonna be a white box in here.
All right.
All right, let's go. It might be 2 in here. Let's find out. All right. Yes, there is a white box in here, but first, we've got a quintuplet bunny girl.
Oh, should have known.
Yeah. So this is the 11th quintuplet bunny girl that has been on this show. This is possibly the last one.
Okay.
So there was the original set, then there's the recolor set, and this completes the recolor set.
Jeez.
And then there was
Okay.
like one standalone one that I have.
All right.
So yeah. Zeke has a question.
Go for it.
Let's see. Isn't there a figurine, that same Albedo character right now in the background with Yes, I have this big fancy Albedo right here. I think that was also a white box recolor. Rebuilt?
Okay. Good
Yeah.
eye. I'm
Yeah.
looking at a very small screen on my screen for this. So it's
Yeah,
kinda
so maybe I'll show this one off again. This one's actually like really big and heavy and
All right.
really fancy for UFO catcher trash. So
yeah.
I had to.
Is it all one
unbox-
piece, or did you have to put it together? Or
I think it's actually 2 pieces. She
Okay.
like comes apart at the waist, so she'll fit in the box.
okay.
Like yeah, this is heavy. This is quite fancy. So
Yeah,
I
that's
wanted
cool.
to open it up.
The hair,
wings
like
Might
wings.
become
Yeah.
separate too. Like
Ah.
she has these wings that are coming from her lower back.
Uh-huh.
and they kind of wrap around. Yeah, nice figure.
Hmm.
All right. Yeah, I've had this one out for a while. All right, let's put it back. Anime waifu. Oh yeah, so we got the white box.
The white box.
Care to make a guess?
No way it's a Miku. There's no way.
No, it's not a Miku. In fact, it says Overlord on the box. You know what that means?
Maybe.
Yeah, it's another Albedo figure.
Okay.
So that means we got an Albedo figure. It's a recolor. What do you think?
Oh my god, it's the same one that you just had, just different colors. The with the cowgirl.
Yes, we got cow print. It's like inverse.
So-
It's like black.
Serious, I was just kind of joking, but okay.
Yep, that's exactly what it is.
Wow.
There you go.
Wow.
She even has a little tail. It's recolored.
Yeah, they package that in there so it doesn't get snapped off too.
Yep, pretty sick. Yeah, like it's sure. I gotta say, it's really nice when these are one piece and you don't have to put them together.
Sure.
It makes them easy to unbox and then box back up.
Right.
Or when you put them on eBay or whatever.
Right.
Yep. All right, so that's it for anime trash.
Okay.
But actually, there's something I wanted to mention real quick that wasn't in, or that I neglected to mention in the Now Playing, because it's not really something I played. Did you see the Assassin's Creed art book that got leaked?
Oh no, I didn't. Okay, I saw that you had obviously put that in the agenda, but I didn't. Like,
all right. Well, it's a good thing to put adjacent to anime trash. So, it leaked on the internet. Do you know what site it leaked on?
No.
It leaked on ehentai.com.
Oh my god. Okay.
Yes. Yep. It's just where people scan and upload all their hentai books, so you can look at tons of Japanese porn. But you know what else is on there? Do you know what is on ehentai?
Assassin's Creed?
Yeah, that, and also like 12,000 video game manual scans.
What?
Yeah.
That's
like this is like a little known internet fact, but like if you go over to ehentai, like avert your eyes from the weird porn and type in like Samurai Showdown Japanese arcade manual scan, that shit is on there.
wow. Okay, that's a weird place to house some of this stuff.
I guess the format is perfect, and like people looking to DMCA don't really go there.
Yeah.
And like if you need the fucking manual for Spider-Man on Super Nintendo, they've got that shit on there.
Damn. Okay.
They have Famitsu on there.
Really?
Every fucking week.
Damn. Okay. Well, yeah. Wow. They get busted for that. Huh. That's surprising that wouldn't get out there in AZ. Pornhub also has a bunch of educational videos. I can't tell if you're like joking or not, or
yeah. I think I remember people uploading video games and shit on there, and then when asked about it, Pornhub said, "Yeah, sure, why not?"
Yeah.
So like just keep that in your back pocket, like if you really need like an arcade manual or you get caught by mom on the wrong website, just say, just remember it's on ehentai.
Perfect.
All right.
Proud sponsor. No, not yet.
All right. Yeah, I'm actually gonna start looking at Famitsu on there, I think. That's the reason. All right, so that wraps up anime trash.
All right, it's a weird ending to it, but that's awesome. All right, well, thank you for that, Ty. And right now, we're going to go ahead and move on to a little bit of feedback from you guys. So if you guys have any feedback for us, feel free to drop us a line. You can send us a longer form thing at the Famicast@gmail.com. You can hit us up on social media at the Famicast. Sound off in the YouTube comments, sound off on the website article. I know some of you guys have been commenting here in the chat as well, and we'll do our best to read out as many as possible. So today, a couple of different ones that I thought were kind of interesting or kind of fun. And the first one here actually it's from the last episode of the show. And this comes from Guillaume from RFN. And, the last episode of the show that we did, James had mentioned New Star GP, like the racing game, like F1 style racing game and stuff like that. And Guillaume wanted to say, yes, get the New Star GP word out there. Yeah, hell yeah. So thank you for that, Guillaume. I'm not sure if you listen to the show, but if you do, welcome again. So cool. All right. And just a couple of other things too, some nice comments on YouTube. Hold on just a second as I kind of get this through here. So we got one, like I mentioned, I did do a video about Box Boy, the rarest amiibo and stuff like that. Got some good comments on that from my buddy over at Raccoon City Cinema. Because I asked in the video too, like, what's an amiibo that you'd like to see made like these days? And he went on to say, I'd like to see a Zelda from Echoes of Wisdom amiibo. I love the Link's Awakening one. Yeah, I do too. I thought that was pretty cool. Not in arm's reach right now, but I like that series. Then after that, on the same video, we got this joker. What do I post here? On the rarest amiibo Box Boy story. Would this cost more or less than a big tungsten cube? I don't know. Ty, what do you think?
Depends how big the cube is, really.
That's what I thought too. I didn't even know what that was. Like, it's a solid metal cube or something. Is this like a joke? Or like
it's kind of sort of a fad for like Silicon Valley types.
Okay.
Who was like, let's do the opposite of a digital asset. Let's get like the heaviest possible substance and make a cube out of it and just have it.
That's weird. Okay. But yeah, I was looking at the prices just because I was thinking, like, who is this? I was like, oh, I think I know who this is. Mr. Sugar. Anyways, like, yeah. I think
don't mind me just driving engagement up.
Oh yeah, no, it's fine. I do think that one of those little cubes, like that amiibo is pretty valuable, but not one of those cube type valuable prices. So yeah. Then on the same video, Monday 13, he said, fortunately, I managed to get this for $50 on eBay in 2018. However, I missed out on getting the Mega Yarn Yoshi amiibo at a decent price. And if you only have limited money, that's game collecting in a nutshell. Win some, lose some. Yeah, that's for sure. And I think Lemonade mentioned that he has the Box Boy amiibo as well somewhere, maybe in Discord. I don't remember. But and then one last one. And actually, Ty, I think you had commented on the video, this version of the video on YouTube, but I did a Donkey Kong Country Returns HD video review. Ty, I think he had commented, and so did Joel on the Patreon. Let's Donkey, baby.
Hell yeah.
Watch the video, you know what I'm talking about. And James Allen on the Patreon version, he said, hey, great review, Danny. Although familiar with the game with no intention to pick it up again, a thoroughly informative and enjoyable review to watch. Great job, sir. Thank you very much. Yeah, I mean, anyways, hope you guys enjoyed that review. If you haven't, check it out. But I think that's going to do it for the feedback. And that's actually going to do it for the show. I forgot to mention, JC already stepped out. But before we leave, we're going to go ahead and give you guys our social media handles. If you want to follow JC, you can. He's over on Bluesky, Fami Complicated. If you want to follow me on social media, I don't really post very much these days. Danny Biv, DANNYBIV. Ty, we're going to find you.
I only post on anti-social media. Super Cat Drugs on everything. Join the Discord.
Yeah. Discord's fun.
Yep.
Discord's fun. Lots of lively discussions. And yeah. And like I said too, for patrons, we do have the game night coming up. So hopefully you guys will be able to join us. I'm looking forward to that. In the meantime, Valentine's Day coming up. Good luck out there, fellas, ladies, all that type of stuff, I suppose. But yeah. Anyways, that is going to do it for the episode. Ty, as always, man, thanks for coming by, as always.
My pleasure.
And just getting some other shit set up so we can close out the show. And we will catch you guys stalling here next time.
Pre-show thumbnail. I love it.
Yep. Peace.